What's going on, YouTube? It's Truck Life Productions. I'm back with another video. So if you've seen, I got a Bully Dog tuner. Now the only reason I didn't show a setup video for this was because when I got the tuner, I ended up having to go and it wants you to download a file, and the one that I downloaded was a little bit older file, so it wasn't working for the truck. So I had to call up Bully Dog and get them to give me the new file. And once I got that done, got it all squared away, we was good to go. So right now I've got it just set up here. I've got a few gauges here: trans temp, intake, temperature, load, and I guess by load it's just telling me how much I'm into the gas, and then the coolant temperature. So it's fairly easy to set up. After that, you get in, you just follow the instructions, turn it on, download your old tune onto it, the stock file, and then you download the tune of the custom tune onto it. Now this one will hold custom tunes outside of what Bully Dog put on it. I just haven't got around to doing that yet. I just wanted something different. So so far I have taken it up the road, and it does work out really good. It does make a difference. I have noticed that. And I'm gonna get out of the driveway here. I'm gonna go up the road a little bit and then show you a little bit more of how it performs, and let you have my review on it. So let me get my seatbelt on, and let me get back with you as we start going down the road, and you'll see what we got. So how would I rate this tuner? The tuner actually does help the performance on the truck. You can go through and do some settings with tire size and what you want your RPMs at, and different stuff, like if you got your engine size set up. You can also go through, set your shift points and all that, but I haven't done none of that just yet. I did set it up for my tires because I am running bigger tires, so I wanted it to account for that. But how would I review this thing? So it does make a difference. I have been able to tell a difference with the acceleration in the truck. It does seem a little more responsive. It does seem like it wants to get up and go a little bit faster. With this, I'm able to keep up with different gauges, so I do tow a fairly good amount of stuff, and with this I can keep up with my temperature of my transmission, and that's one big thing that I like to be able to have, is the transmission temp, because I don't have a gauge for that, but being able to keep up with the temperature on here, it kind of helps out, so I know if I'm running a little bit too warm on it. But with the intake air temp, that kind of lets me know, like on the outside where I have the aftermarket intake installed, I've got it where it's letting me know what the temp is. And if you see here, it's like 69.71, and that's good right now. It's a little cooler outside, so it's good that it's not reading real warm. It probably will go up a little higher as I continue to drive and the engine compartment gets warmed up. I don't have the enclosed air box on the intake, so that probably will make the temperature be a little bit higher than what I could probably get with a closed air box or one at the top. And that way I'm not getting any engine heat going into the air box. But I will work on maybe looking for aftermarket intake that does that, or maybe a way to better seal that one up so that it works. But this here, so far I was able to set my my rev limiter up, my speed limiter up higher. I mean, you know, not that I'm going to be speeding down the road with this thing, but with the rev limiter itself, I was able to set it up higher. So this thing would whenever I was sitting in park or neutral and I went to go rev it up, it would only tack out about 3,500. It wouldn't let it, you know, do any higher than that. So I actually was able to set the rev limiter up higher, and I think I set it up like 55, and I tested it out, and it actually would let you set the rev limiter up higher. It'll tack out further up in the RPM range. So I thought that was pretty neat as well. Kind of lets the truck perform a little bit better. And another big thing that I like about it is that, so with the way this truck's set up, it's got 33, 12, 50, 20 inch tires on it. And I got a 355 gearing with a limited slip diff. And it's a 875 Chrysler axle. And the problem is this truck would not spin a tire on stock or on a dry ground, or at least these tires. It would spin stock tires, which are a lot smaller, but it wouldn't let it spin these tires on dry pavement. And so I went out and down into Mexico, ended up power braking it, and this sucker lit up the tires like crazy. So that's awesome. I'm really happy about that. I don't know exactly sure how much power and torque it added, but I know, you know, with tunes you can get different amounts and the type of fuel you run and everything like that. So I will end up putting 93 into it. Right now I've been running 89. That's what this truck recommends, but that's kind of what I keep it at. So I will go back to the 93 because I was running that for a little while before this. So that way it actually probably perform a little bit better with higher octane fuel as well. Also, I wanted to come on here and say the price of it, if I had to review the prices altogether, the price of this was in the $400 range, and with what you get with it, you get to keep up with, you know, important information with these gauges and stuff. So it's like a continuous reading, and it's got a lot more stuff involved with it. I just won't have enough time to go through it on this video, but you can also go through, check your diagnostics and see if you've got any kind of problems. If you've got like a check engine code or anything like that going off, you'll be able to check it all out on here and clear it off and all that. But another thing that I noticed was, now the way that this is, it's a little small. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger, but the size of it, it'll fit in the palm of your hand, because it's, you know, pretty small unit. But the little buttons on the side are touchscreen buttons, and or they're touch buttons to where you can select everything. In my opinion, I honestly would have liked to see maybe a little bit bigger screen with a touch screen option, just because with the bigger screen you would get bigger numbers on there and be able to see it a little bit better. It's not small enough to where I can't see it at all or have a problem with seeing it, but with my vision, it's not the greatest. It does kind of have a little bit smaller numbers to be able to try to read, but so far no problem. And it looks like there's a glare on here, but there's not. That's actually my tint that's up at the top reflecting off of the camera on the phone, so it makes it look like it's having a glare onto the unit, but it doesn't. So I can actually see it right here real good. But it also has different settings that you can set it on: performance, tow haul, I think stock setting or no power setting or whatever it is. Right now I got it on performance. It does tell you what gear you're in as well. With me being in drive, it's DRV there, so I'm able to keep up with everything like that as well. But yeah, I'm satisfied with it. Like I said, my only downfall is the stock or the other tune that it tells you to download. It was an out-of-date file for it, and I ended up having to contact Bully Dog and get it all set up. So once that's done, you know, you're good to go on that. But at the same time, with the price itself, I think that it probably could have been just a little bit bigger unit with maybe a touch screen, or even on this unit, just filled out the screen part of it, filled out a little bit more of the unit to where it makes the numbers bigger and stuff. But you can go through and set all these menus and stuff. You know, you got all this stuff here. You can do performance testing on it, all these setups, diagnostics, just everything like that if you want to do that. And I may do another video doing a little more in-depth about it, but this is kind of just a video of look at this tuner I got and let's see what it does kind of video. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. Look for more coming soon about it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.